Yeah, man. We back. We back
Back
again.
again, back
Yes,
again.
indeed. Yes, indeed. We are back again. And I was just listening on the little radio there. They traded DJ Moore, man. What's up with your Bears?
Yeah, man. Damn. The gold DJ, that's my DJ. Nah, man. I mean, that's tough. That's tough, man, because DJ, you know what I mean, he's been solid for us as a receiver, as a football player. He's been our best offensive player on the team for the last, 4 years or so. You know what I mean? Obviously Caleb just came. But when we traded for him from Carolina, man, he had a really good season with Justin Fields. Justin Fields' best season, and he was well over 1,000 yards, and he's a good number one receiver. But Bears made a move to trade for him. I think that had a lot to do with cap space. We got a lot of holes that we got to fill, Pauls, and like we need some of that money to spread around, Pauls. So you got that. Because we have a very young core at receiver, we got Luther Burton, who's emerging at the end of the year. He's a dynamic weapon. Got Roma Dunze, who was our top 10 pick from a couple years ago, and we got Colson Loveland as a stud tight end. So we got three solid offensive weapons. So it was getting kind of crowded, and I think that's going to unlock some stuff. So, with that being said, he's climbing up there in age, and we got a number 2 pick for him. So, I think we rolled the dice on that when we came out, looking good. I'm happy for DJ, man. He gonna go to Buffalo. He gonna be there with Josh Allen. Josh Allen got him a number 1 receiver, and he gonna look different with Josh. He gonna look different with Josh. So I think both sides gonna win on that end right there.
What does that say about your organization in terms of you get rid of somebody who's dynamic like that, and you just made a really big push this season? Is this like, all right, let's give these younger guys a chance, or why not try to keep him because you know how productive he is and how reliable he is, and try to maybe move somebody else who's inexperienced, given the year that you just had?
I think it has a lot to do with the young pieces we got. They're ready, and they
Okay.
already shown that they're ready to to step up in that. And then just we got a lot of holes we got to fill, Pauls. Like it's defensively we need some money. He was making a lot of money, so we free up like $10 to $14 million, and we're trying to find a way to get our hands on Max Crosby. But if we don't get Crosby, then we can get Hendrickson, because I think he's gonna be an unrestricted free agent. We got to
Hmm.
get it. We got to get an edge. We got to get a center because our center just retired out the blue.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
seen
know.
that. That was crazy.
Yeah, man, that's
He
crazy.
was young too, right?
He coming off a Pro Bowl season.
Yeah, he's young. I think he was like 29.
27.
Oh,
27.
Yeah, there's a lot of CTE in there, man. He trying to make sure he good, man.
Yeah, man. I'm
The
like,
knees,
damn, you
the
just
knees
come
probably
off
can't knees
you come
can't
off
take
one
the
of your
cool
best
step.
seasons and you just retire. I'm like, damn, that's
yeah.
tough.
It's something. It got to be something else going on with him that he could just let it go or something like that, man. Because come on now, you had your best season and you just call it was he like, did he get paid not too long ago?
We paid him last year. He was a free agent last year. We paid him.
Oh.
I mean, he was a free agent. He was at Atlanta, and he's a free agent last year. Got him in there.
Maybe you want to come back near the end of the season.
Shit, hopefully. Shit, man. The fuck.
But shoot,
But that, I
man.
mean, but that's like, that's what this time of year before the draft, a lot of stuff starts shaking because you got all these releases that's happening. You know what I mean? I know Stephon Diggs got released.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was, I don't know. I mean, that surprised a lot of people. For some people, it was like, it's to be expected, being that what was going on with some of his off the field stuff and his age and the money that he was owed. So, what y'all think about that one?
I didn't think they was gonna keep him because of that, all that off the field stuff. I thought that was just weighing down too much on him that they just didn't wanna have nothing to do with it. You old as hell at receiver, and you really didn't produce at a high, high level that made you stand out and say, "We need to keep you." You know what I'm saying? You just somebody else that they can get in the draft or whatever the case may be and fill a hole. They why deal with the BS, especially with Stephon Diggs? He always got some garbage going on, but I can tell you one thing, he got some bad luck going on. He lost the Super Bowl, lost his girl, and then now he lost his team.
Maul, the resident Patriot fan, how you
Yeah,
feel about it?
listen, no, like normally, when something like this happens, um, you can kind of count on that next man up mentality. Um, but I like the fact that he's a dog. That even the games that he may have didn't play great, right? But you can look on the sidelines and see that he's chirping and he's encouraging the team. He I think he actually liked the team and wanted to be a part of it. But yeah, those I think now with us trending upward and having such a good year, you definitely don't want to have those distractions like he had. Like he got uh, aggressive charges. Allegedly, he got earlier in the year talking about drugs, possibly. He got baby mamas left and right. It is and in New England, we don't really have that bigger than the program things going on. Right? Like it's always been like kind of like the model citizen thing. Like as big as Tom Brady was, like he didn't even behave in that manner. We really never had that, right? So and Vrabel is kind of from that too. So I don't know if he had a lot to do with shipping them, but I hope that we can definitely have a old school Belichick way where it was like next man up. We got our system. We could put somebody in there. Who knows what we'll draft and we'll see how it go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it should be interesting. There's a lot of that stuff going on, man. But since the combine, after the combine, you got the draft. Things start to shake up because they say what the new NFL starts March the 11th or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. The new season kicks in, yeah. But I mean that this is the time of the year. I think that was last year, the way how things go, it just showed like everything is going to be moving around at a new pace. You got teams doing a lot of moving around, a lot of trading now is going on. I know Rams just traded for a cornerback, the cornerback from the Chiefs. So what I mean, even though teams are moving around and doing what they need to do to get ready for the new season, especially for the draft, because you want to have everything in place if you want to make some moves with the draft. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm watching. I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean? Stephon just gonna be on another team. He ain't gonna be in the
Yeah,
Patriots.
yeah.
He's gonna be somewhere else.
So I mean, it could be fake news. What I read, somebody said he was going to Buffalo.
Hmm.
I don't see him going back there. I don't see him going back there. But we'll see. We'll see. Well, I mean, shit, man. We are talking, man. Let's get our intro going, man.
You already know, man. I tell you one thing. Welcome to Off the Parkway podcast. You know what I'm saying? We're back again. This is episode what? This episode 30. Is it episode 30?
Episode
Hold up.
30.
Let me check on that. Let me check on that. I think this
Believe
is the
so.
big
I believe
3-0,
so.
man. I think this is the big 3-0. Hold on, hold up. Here we go. Here we go. This is, let me see here. Yeah, this is the big 3-0, episode 30. Yep. Time.
I think we got a name for this episode.
Episode 30.
Big
3-0.
3-0.
3-0.
Number
Yeah,
30.
yeah. We moving, man. We up there. We got some new subscribers. We got TikTok
People
has been
watching,
going
man.
crazy.
People watching,
Yeah,
man. I've been getting some.
IG.
I've been getting some. People been making comments and saying they like what they see, man. And it's so funny, man. We do this. We get on here, twice a week sometimes, and we talk, and we put stuff out here, and it's not like we in a live audience, so we don't know what's going on. We don't know who's watching, and obviously you check views and see how you doing on there. Man, you get out there in the real world, you talk to somebody, you be like, "Yeah, man, I see you doing. I see the podcast. I like what I'm saying." I'm like, "Oh yeah, oh man, you know what's out there? You watching it?" Like, damn. So we
Yeah.
we we being watched a little bit, and that's good, man. Like, I'm humbled by it. Even if it is a few people, man. It means it's growing steadily, and I think soon we're gonna be able to get some guests on here. To
Definitely.
talk
Like,
shop, talk basketball, get some
yeah.
guests on here, talk politics, whatever. I don't care.
Hey, I
Talk
talked to
football, talk sports, entertainment, whatever.
you remember Dame?
Mhm.
Yeah, he hit me up. He was like, "Yo, I didn't even know you had it. Yo, I like it." And he was like, he gonna come on one day because he's doing his boxing podcast. He's
Oh,
in the
okay.
boxing scene. And he was actually at the fight where my man lost his toupee.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh,
he
yeah,
said he was right
We,
in the
we
hey,
fight.
gotta
man,
we
bring
gotta
'em on
ask her what was
when
that
we
like?
talking about boxing.
Yeah.
We got some fights coming up soon, like, yeah,
Yeah.
man, we get in there,
I,
have that boxing conversation.
hey,
Yeah.
So I know you said that we may have a potential guest with Harsh. I know you
Yeah,
said you
yeah,
want to come on, NBA ex
yeah,
NBA player.
yeah, yeah,
Um
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
oh,
and
no.
and even a movie star because Louis Trickster Silva who played in Fast and Furious. No, he wanted to come on. So yeah, you never know, man.
Hey, must be nice. Must be nice that people know you guys, you know?
We actually had to I actually had to explain like who you was too, because people from North would know me and Sue, so I had to let them know the man behind everything, the man, the myth, the legend. James, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, I had to let people
who's
know who he
that?
was.
They know him, but in different circumstances from back in
Yeah,
the day, of course.
Different
Uh,
circumstances.
yeah. They may
take
not
you
know him
know,
Oh,
directly, but on the other end of the
it was
phone,
Trey Songs before there was Trey Songs. So
yeah, yeah.
okay. I was Trey Songz before Trey Songz.
back in the day.
Suspicious to your girl.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that, you know what I mean? Maybe we should go to a little bit of Cooper's to see if they're sponsor the show. You know what I mean? Or a little bit of Chicken Holiday. You know what I mean? What's the
Jazz,
problem?
oh, Jazz, Jersey fried, maybe.
But yeah, man, we gotta get this show rolling, man. We gotta get back to the NBA. We have to touch on the Western Conference. Pause on that too. Western Conference pretenders and the contenders. You know what I mean? Last pod we talked about the Eastern Conference. You know what I mean? A lot of people had a lot of things to say about the Cavaliers, man, and other teams. But now we at the Western Conference. So first team in the Western Conference, pretenders or contenders. Let's see what we're looking at. Let's start at the top. You know what I mean? We already know OKC played the Knicks yesterday. They got the win last night. They won by 3. And everybody they are starting to get healthy. So I think we should all agree, or maybe not, but I think we all agree that OKC is a contender, right?
For sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think they're the
Mm.
front runners right now.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
we can skip them.
yeah,
So the next team would be who we look at next?
San
Denver?
Antonio.
Oh, San Antonio. San Antonio. We can talk
Yeah,
San Antonio.
yeah. I think that they are. I think they are contenders too. I think I think they're contenders. Although like I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised if they don't come out the West. Like I think that inexperience is definitely there. Wimby is Wimby is Wimby. I really like the young core guys that they got. Man, they got a bunch of dogs over there, man. Um, Dylan Harper and Castle. Um, Fox is over there too with some veteran leadership, along with Wimby. It was Harrison Barnes over there too, right?
Yeah, vet.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Barnes
yeah,
over
he's
there.
over there.
I do think that they are really contenders. Although like I said, I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't come out of the West. That inexperience is definitely there. However, they beat OKC what twice this year.
Yeah,
3
3
times.
times.
3 times. They beat them 3 times this year, um, which I think if anything, it should give you confidence. You have beat them. You know what it takes to beat them. Those games was really tense and action packed too. It wasn't like it's just a regular boring game. You just happened to pull away. Like those teams were both fighting, and San Antonio actually pulled it off. But in 7 games, I don't think that they will beat OKC. But I'm gonna give them the contender title right now.
Yeah, Spurs is definitely a contender. I said, I felt this a while ago, and it's, starting to come to fruition. But the thing is that they inexperience is does matter in the playoffs because it's a different season, it's a different game, it's a completely different game in the playoffs. But I do think they're built for it. Being a contender don't mean that I think they're gonna win it, but they
Mhm.
they they have a chance. They have as good a chance as anybody over there. Certainly, top 2 or 3 chance, out there. But their biggest enemy, their biggest Achilles heel is gonna be their inexperience.
Hmm.
And we've seen it before where you kind of got to go through it a little bit. You got to kind of get, losing the playoffs to get that, get that feel of what, playoff basketball is before you kind of rise above it. OKC had to do it a couple years. Denver had to do it a couple years. Boston had to do it a while before they finally broke through. You see got teams like the Knicks who's experiencing it now. Indiana, but they kind of took a step back this year. But it's you kind of got to go through it. But I think they are contenders, but I don't think they're gonna win it. But they got a shot.
Now my thing with San Antonio, and I agree with y'all, they're contenders, but the thing that everybody else we all talked about here is the inexperience. Now I look at the standings here. If the playoffs started today, they would play the Suns. You know what I mean? I don't think they can. I think they can beat the Suns. But if they move down to 3, where what they're a few games away from the Rock. Well, the Rockets are a few games away from them. If they get like the Lakers first round, they might lose. Even though I think that way more capable of beating them, but I think the inexperience will get them. You know what I mean? I've seen Luka do some crazy things in the playoffs, especially with the damn Clippers. When he has a history of whooping on the Clippers' ass when they was a better team when he was with Dallas. And I think he can do the same thing with San Antonio as well. So I think they're contenders, but I think that first round matchup is very key. They got to get that monkey off their back paws.
Luca do what he want, I believe, to those guards down there. I hope they don't take from us with him doing, but they can't stop. But nobody can. It's always Luca's had that stigma. Listen, Luca gonna get his and stop the rest of them. He's had that going on for a long time.
Houston Rockets.
Pretenders.
Pre- Pretenders.
Mm.
I think they're pretenders. I think that KD's there. He's there. And KD is always going to do what KD does, and that is be efficient. That is be an offensive, threat at all times, and a mismatch, a walking mismatch. But um, I think that Van Fleet injury hurt them. To have a steady point guard, body just with championship pedigree. Just to make winning plays, and that's what Van Fleet, has done throughout his career. So I think that hurt them not having him. They have it, but Şengün offensively he's talented. He doesn't play any defense. Steven Adams hurt for the year. So like they got some spots that's where they need certain things for the playoffs that they're gonna be missing. And I think that's gonna come back to haunt them. And just that solid number 2 after Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is what, 38, 37? Expecting him in the playoff series where they're gonna drag and slow things down to carry the load, throughout the playoffs. I think he's gonna run out of gas by the time he gets to second round, and they're gonna be out.
Mm. Yeah,
And that's if I don't know what that first matchup gonna be, so it depends on that
yeah.
too.
I mean,
Well, right now, their first matchup will be the Lakers.
Houston with the Lakers, right?
That would be good for them. They should want that. I would want that if I'm them because they got length, pause, they got and they, that's a team that's yeah, I think that matchup would favor them. They would want to stay away from anybody else.
Yeah. What you got, Maul?
Um, yeah, I agree with Sue. But I disagree. I disagree with KD running out of gas. I don't think he'll run out. I don't think he will run out of gas. I just think he could have as much gas as possible. It's not gonna matter. Um, he's clearly like you said, a walking mismatch. But without Van Fleet, right, that thinker, that game manager, that also that one that you you gotta respect him because ain't no backing off of him. He'll hit big shots too. He can take over a game. But when you got the Thompson brother as like your one, a makeshift one, like he's never been a one ever. You trying to play him there. It's really not. It's not gonna get the job done. Like at the beginning of the year when this team was like assembled, it looked really good because you had so much length. Right, these guys was tall. These guys can play defense. You got bona fide 3 people: Van Fleet, Segun, and Durant, who can get a bucket. And that's, I mean, that's a luxury for teams. Um, even though at the elite NBA level, that would have been great. But without him now and you trying to do it by committee, and your only point guard on your roster, like really that's playing minutes is Reed Shepherd, who's extremely inexperienced, like playing much better from last year, but extremely inexperienced. Um, and you really can't do it without. In the playoffs, you need that. You need somebody to be able to calm things down. Um, Unless you're just gonna be using all your timeouts. But you need somebody that can calm things down, run the show, and get people the ball, as well as make the defense respect you. And Van Fleet will be able to do that. Next year may be a little more promising for them, but then next year, everybody's a year older too, and we don't know what Van Fleet gonna come back like.
I agree that they are pretenders as well. Um, the biggest thing for me was the Van Fleet injury. When they slow down that offense, the offense is gonna look crazy without him. I'm just sorry. They got a lot of dudes that don't know their roles or the wages yet. And Van Fleet with his leadership would put dudes in the right places that needs to be there, boss. So KD is not that type of leader that's going to get everybody where they needs to be because he needs to get the ball in certain places too, and he's going to have the ball in his hand most of the game. To be honest with you, when they slow down that pace against the Lakers, I see them winning. I can see them beating the Lakers. Second round, they'll be done.
Hmm.
Next team, we got Minnesota. What are we thinking with Minnesota here?
Listen, I wanna say contender because I have confidence in Ant Man. So I wanna say contender. Like, listen, he built for it. Like, honestly, like he built for it. And I think he may want to redeem himself from last year. Like, early exodus um from the playoffs. Well, I think he may want to redeem himself. Not want to redeem himself. He want to put on a better performance and actually win, right? They are that point guard position for them is also questionable though. It's almost like they kind of suffer from the same thing. Ant Man has the ability. He's not a run off a screen type of point guard. He's a bucket. He's a go to person. He's that one who's fearless and things like that. Um, but I really don't know if they have enough. Um, even get there. Like I think when we start talking about contenders, like in terms of being able to even get to the conference finals, I don't know if they have enough, but I don't want to put Ant-Man on any team that's a pretender. Like I think he's that much of a dog. He can will them dudes if everybody else can play their role. I mean, and granted, you can get you some. I'm looking at the roster now. You can get you some production out of DiVincenzo and Mike Conley and stuff like that. So if they can be steady there, you got you somebody who can bring you home. Right. So I'm gonna give them the contender um, title.
Smooth.
I kind of want to lean towards contender too, but I kind of want to think pretender too. You know what I mean? Because the thing is that, and they find a way to get hot in the playoffs. They always do for some reason. Same way how Luka used to do in Dallas. They used to not play well and get real hot in the playoffs. But Ant-Man is going to have to drive them and put a lot of the offense on his and a lot of the defensive intensity as well. They move as well as he gets them going. Now you got Julius. Hopefully that he can be consistent because last year he wasn't consistent as he should have been. And I really ain't too much of a believer on Dante being a point guard or running the offense. If it ain't Ant-Man doing it all, they ain't gonna win. And Rudy, I'm sorry, Rudy is buns. He's trash.
They're rim protector.
But when they slow down, you know what I mean? It's going to be 4 on 5.
Do they hack a Rudy? They hack a Gobert? They do that?
Nah,
He gets
I
some
think,
free
I
throws?
think he's a decent enough free throw
yeah,
shooter.
he's a good free throw
He
shooter.
not like
He's
he ain't like Mitchell Robinson or nothing like that.
Nah, but they're going to do the same thing that they do with all the time. They're going to do the switch, bring him out, and
Yeah,
they're going
because
to
he
run.
can't move his feet. He's just a
He
rim
can't move his
protector.
feet.
You know what I mean? Like they can't do that with like Mitch because Mitch can move his feet. You
Yeah.
know, but like but like as far as for me, contender. I think Minnesota is my sleeper, my dark horse. Pause. Because like it's like with everything y'all saying, man. Like they kind of get hot in the playoffs, and they have been tested in the playoffs. You know what I mean? This is a team that went all the way to the conference finals. This is a team that has knocked off some, they knocked off Kevin Durant. They knocked off LeBron. You know what I mean? They knocked off some goats in the league or whatever, and Ant-Man, he understands what, that he has to turn it up. I think last year he got gassed in some
Yeah.
of them series,
Mhm.
so they got to find a way to support him more, and he got to trust his teammates more, and with these long playoff runs that they've been having over the last couple of years and being battle tested, he might have figured that out and know that, all right, let me lean on, let's see if Julius, what can you do?
Yeah, I was
Dante.
just going there. I was just going there.
Yeah, Dante, what I mean? I know I don't like him as my point guard, but this is we're slowing it down now, you know what I mean? So in the half court set, as we're going through our sets, if you start knocking down that jump shot like he did that last year with the Knicks, you might have something because he was
Yeah.
different when he was with the Knicks that last year before that got him traded over there. So you still got Nas Reed, you still got some pieces over there that could, make it happen. But they all tested, they all battle tested, and I think that's a sleeper right there to where because nobody really talking about them as far as contenders. You know what I mean? So since nobody's really talking about them, I'm gonna call them my dark horse, my sleeper, and I go there with them.
If the playoffs were to start today, they will play the next team we're going to talk about, the
Hold on.
Denver Nuggets.
Before we move on, let's give a shout out to your hometown. Cal Anderson is on that team too. Shout out to Cal Anderson.
Oh, he's just
Jersey.
he's just signed with them, right?
Yeah, nice little contract too.
Well, me, slow mo find his
Slow-mo
way.
gonna get paid.
Yeah, he got paid. Slow-mo got paid, man.
He probably
Shout
guard
out
it.
to Jersey City
Nas
right
Reed
there.
can't guard that shit in practice.
I was reading some more jersey out there. Come on, Nas.
Yeah.
And you know, but that's what I'm talking about with that team. That's why I like the sleeper team because they have like Nas can heat up like in the playoffs. Like he can go for that. Julius Randle, we need to see a dominant performance from him too in the playoffs. Like so if let's say if those three come to play and really hooping in the playoffs, they can do some things.
Can they beat Denver?
So Denver, um, they're they're a contender. You got Jokic, you're a contender.
Jamal
Jamal
Hoop.
Murray, Jamal Murray, contender. You know, I think they got to get healthy. You know, Gordon, he's been out a lot of the year.
Yeah.
Is he slated to return? Has he
I
returned
mean,
yet?
nah, I don't think he
Yeah,
came
he ain't
back yet.
returned yet. So I
Let
think
me see
I
what
don't think
team.
he's out for this. I think he's supposed to come back.
Yeah,
And if he comes back and they get a healthy, you know, I mean that's big. That's
Yeah,
big.
said
You know,
he might return on tomorrow.
that's big. Pause.
great.
So like, you know, with him coming back and them gonna, you know, start to get a little bit more healthy. And you know, the thing is with these teams like the Denvers and you know certain teams that's been in the playoffs, had title runs. What you start to see is that you know the regular season is not as prioritized,
Yeah.
and they don't look as dominant as they used to look before. You know, so they you know they learn to start pacing things and things like that. So I think once the playoffs start, you're gonna start seeing that you know that team right there. So that's a dangerous team. If you're a top seed, if you the Spurs, I don't want to see Denver. You know, what I mean, if you OKC, I don't want to see Denver. You know, at least not to the fight into the Western Conference Finals. I don't want to see them before then. So they're a contender,
Mm,
I'm
and
a
I think Denver is looking at it like it don't matter who we see.
yeah.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I'm sure it's teams that say I don't want to see Denver, but Denver is like, yeah, nah, they don't want to see them.
Yeah, I'm also say contender, um, and not for Joker because like it's almost like well, we know what Joker gonna do. It's several triple doubles, crazy like that's just what he do. But that when Jamal, who's Murray is hooping, they look like they're impossible to beat because Jamal is dynamic. He's a dynamic scorer and he scores
Yes,
in bunches. Like you would get
yeah,
20 in a row, like with Jamal.
yeah.
He one of them other players too that got like almost like that Curry effect. Like when they hot, you're in trouble. There's nothing you can do. He'll start shooting from wherever, going to the because he's a bigger guard too. Yeah, like I wouldn't want to play them in the first round
Is
as a team that's a higher seed than them. I wouldn't want to see them.
Mm-mm.
they might be the most experienced core group, right?
Yeah, because
Out of all of them.
Yeah, I
'cause
mean, they broke that Boston team up a little bit,
but
but
you got Bron, Brown, Gordon, Joker, Jamal. Like these dudes was all on that championship team.
Yeah, because I know they got Bruce Brown back.
Yeah,
So
he
yeah,
back.
he was
Yeah,
on that championship team.
he
Yeah,
been playing there. He been playing
yeah.
decently there.
yeah. So that and that's so what you said was pretty key. I think the same way that they don't even care what
Uh-uh.
team they face.
Mm-mm.
They like, hey, we got the experience.
Mhm.
We just ready to rock. I don't care who we play. We got the confidence that we can beat any of you guys. And we just waiting to see. And we don't care where we play at. We don't care if it's home or away. They're not fearful of anything. We'll go. They think that they can go anywhere and get that dub.
And they playing with house money because they
Yeah,
got their chip already. You know, so
yeah,
the pressure of getting the chip, like,
Yeah.
you know, I did hear Jason Williams on First Take. He talked about pressure, the most pressure being on Denver to win. Was it him that said that, or was it the other guy that said it? One of them dudes on there said that it was pressure on Denver to win because their championship window was closing, and for the legacy of Jokic to have 3, well, possibly 4 MVPs, depending on what happens this year, and only have one championship, it's going to be hard for him to be mentioned with the Shaqs and people like that. You know what I mean? Because yeah, you got that individual, but you don't have the chips to match. You only got one. So, that was an interesting take, but I still think that's not. He got it. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
he got one. Um, the ring chase, whatever, but he got one. That's all that matters. You can kind of let your head down a little bit once you get one.
All right. Last on the list. Everybody's favorite team to talk about, the LA Lakers.
Let's
The
make it quick.
Lakers.
Let's make
Yeah.
it quick. I don't even know why that team was mentioned. That's clearly a pretender.
LA,
Nobody,
big city of
uh, no-
dreams, man.
nobody think that they're gonna win the chip.
Yeah, we do. We delusional, baby.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think you can't think that they in line to winning the chip. They got a lot of issues up there. You know what I mean? Again, yeah, I'm a LeBron fan. Uh, I think he the greatest, and I think at 41 he's still great. Luka, I think he's one of the best players in the league. I think Austin Rivers is emerging. They're just pieces. They just don't go together to make what you need to compete for a title.
We
You
can't
know what I mean?
we can't guard.
They can't. You know what I mean? Like you can't have three people that's on the perimeter essentially guarding, wings and point guards and stuff like that. We can't. You know what I mean? You can't do that. So. Eh, And I don't even blame Bron so much. Man, you 41. I mean, like, you shouldn't have to chase the best player on anybody team. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to do that. You should be on a corner guard, somebody who can't shoot, and not a threat. That should be your role. But he's kind of forced to do stuff like that. So that in a 7-game series, that's going to get exposed, and it got exposed last year. And yeah, that ain't gonna work. They pretenders.
Yeah, yeah, we're definitely pretenders, man. I really wouldn't even wanna go and waste nobody else's time. I really I wouldn't wanna mess up somebody else's season that can go do something by letting us beat them. Um, but, yeah, I think because of the fact that we can't play defense, um, says a lot, like and I think Bron is the reason why, we really can't win, and it's not a negative way. No, not a negative way. Until Bron leaves. One, he's older. We gonna play him because he's a superstar, global icon. So we're going to have him out
Because
there.
he's one of your best players. That's why.
That too. But in order for us to be able to contend, we need Bron to go ahead on and retire and start trying to shape up who the next superstars is coming to LA. Youthful superstars. I'm thinking like maybe that's why we brought Luca over here. Like, Brian is on his way out, so now Luca is going to be able to carry the reins from here on out. Yeah, but this we just got Brian out there balling. He's adding to his stats and stuff like that. But yeah, it's nothing we can really do in this playoff. We with how bad we've been playing, we lucky to be at the seed we at right now.
Y'all winning games.
Yeah, so we lucky to be doing that. It'd be bad though. Like we pull off some close games, and like JJ is somebody who really will kind of call you out on it. Like I be seeing him trying to get on dudes about playing defense. Like I be watching
Yeah,
games.
man. Him and Luca going at it on the benches and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
JJ ain't going back down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, we know that. We know that.
JJ ain't
That
going
might be
back
something to
down.
talk about a little bit later, later in another episode or something. But
I'm just say this. Pack them Lakers up, man. Pack Luca complaining, crying ass up. Pack LeBron old ass up too. Pack them all up. It's
yeah,
time to go.
When
Time
the,
to go.
when the next Knicks conversation, I'm getting on y'all
Hey,
ass
come
now.
on, man. You heard what Chuck said. Chuck said, get them ready for Cancun or Galveston. Galveston, Texas.
It's
I
over.
think
It's over,
he stayed
man.
trying to send somebody to Galveston.
Yeah. But yeah, that was our contender list for the top 6 teams for the Western Conference. with no need to do the rest of them. We already know they ain't going nowhere. You
Nah.
know what I mean? So let's let's move on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? We're
man.
gonna talk about something that's dear to all of us here. Mount Rushmore of action movie stars. Oh, y'all ready for this? Y'all ready? It's a tough one. It's
So
a
how are we
tough
gonna
one.
do this? How we wanna do this? Do we wanna everybody mention oh, all right, Mount Rushmore. So I mean, I guess that's like kind of we can keep making that a segment, but we change it to Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, yeah.
And obviously, what makes a Mount Rushmore intriguing is that everybody's used to doing top fives and stuff like that. And that's a good safe number. You can squeeze five of your favorite whatever on there. But when you take away that one and leave it up to four, which is on the Mount Rushmore, the with the four presidents, somebody's always left off. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it intriguing. So
So
as we
you
how
want
we
to do it
want to
like
do it?
this?
We want to
All right.
go one by one, like
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
mention one, and
We'll do
then
one by one, and
uh
then until we get to the completion of the Mount Rushmore, and we'll talk about the one that we left off.
okay, cool.
You know what I mean? So we could do an honorable mention after that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So other than that, we'll do one at a time. So we'll start at five. I mean four. We start at four of the Mount Rushmore, number four. The Sue got his list ready. What you
Yeah,
got?
man.
What's number four? What's number four on the
Oh,
on the
okay, I
total?
started off there.
Yeah,
All right,
start it
man.
off.
Woo! Listen, man, let me tell you something. Before I even get this thing started,
This is tough.
this was a tough fucking list to figure out, man. Let me tell you something. It would be easy for me to say, hey, let's do Mount Rushmore quarterbacks, Mount Rushmore NBA players, Mount Rushmore of home run hitters, whatever R&B artists, which we got to do, by the way. Rappers,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
you
sir.
know what I mean, foods, whatever. I'll be able to
Yeah.
do that and be comfortable with my four, maybe five. This right here, bro, I had 10 and shaving 10 down to 7 and shaving 7 down to 6 and 5 and 4. It was tough for me. It was super tough for me, bro. So, with all that being said, I gotta, you know what I mean, I'm gonna start with my fourth one on there, man. And my fourth, hold on, let me see. Let me make sure my list is correct here. My fourth guy on my Mount Rushmore list is Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't I didn't see I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Now
I
let me
didn't see
tell
that
you.
with
Now,
you.
now, now, listen. Let's be clear. When we talk about action stars and things like that. I'm not talking about who's a great actor or something like that because he ain't gonna be on your best actors list. He ain't winning no Oscars. He ain't winning no no Golden Globe. He ain't winning the BAFTA. He ain't winning none of them shits. You know what I mean? But like Jean Claude, man. First of all, he was the lead actor in one of my favorite movies, favorite martial arts movies of all time, which is Bloodsport. Um, Universal Soldier, he did that. One of my favorite sleeper movies, also Kickboxer too. One of my favorite movies was
Great dance
is
moves in kickboxer too.
yeah,
Great
yeah.
dance.
Time Cop was a dope movie
Yeah,
also.
time cop. Yeah.
Hard
Double im-
Target, but like it
double
was
impact.
just double impact. Yeah, with
Yeah,
yeah.
double impact.
So I mean, like and again, these are like cult movies and stuff like that. But Jean Claude he was finding a way to do his splits. He was gonna find a way to do his splits in his roundhouse. Long as he got to do a split in his roundhouse, I think he had to write that in his contract. He was gonna do a split in his
Smooth as
roundhouse, and
fucking
he's good to go.
roundhouse.
So Jean Claude Van Damme, he under my number four, man.
Mm,
Hmm.
okay, okay,
Hmm.
okay. I'll give you my number 4. See, that was a sleeper. I like it. I like it. I like it. See, I'm all about versatility, right? I'm all about versatility. I'm all about you I'm all about you making me believe you are that character. Like I wanted, and then I'm also like when you make me believe you are that character you playing, and then you play another role, and then I forget that you was just that character before. Like I do it all over again. Now you're somebody else, and I really believe it. So I kind of come with the little haymaker. My number 4 is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Woo! I
Right.
hear you.
And listen, and we talking about, and I know all of these dudes probably that we mentioned probably gonna have some longevity. But we talking about this to even make it in anything, music, sports. We know how difficult it is when people start off young and they're good, and then to even continue into adulthood and be good. But I'm just looking at some of the movies. Like when I speak about making me believe that you're them characters, that Catch Me If You Can. Like when he was writing them fake checks, like I believe that's who he was, bro. And then I said, there you go, and then you have another movie like Inception, which is super deep. Of course we all know the legendary Wolf of Wall Street. Like,
It's not action though.
That's not action though. Yeah, I was about to say that. That ain't an action movie though.
okay, Django is.
Okay.
Django.
Let me help your case for you. Let me help your case because
Oh,
as far as actors, period, if you just
and
overall actors,
and one more, Blood Diamond.
okay.
Okay.
Overall actors, Leo gonna be on my list.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
maybe
yeah, overall.
we could do that one day. But let me help your case, Maul.
Okay.
Gangs of New York, tough,
Okay.
tough movie. What was my it was another movie that it was like a Western movie. Damn, what was the name of that movie? It was him, Dustin Hoffman. Sharon Stone was in that joint.
That's not
Uh,
the.
what's the name of that
Uh,
joint?
it's not the Iron Mask.
Nah, that was my shit. Also, The Revenant when that bear was fucking him up.
And
That was
Departed too. Departed.
yeah. But
He
I
got some
mean,
actors.
Once
I
Upon
don't
a Time in
know, man.
Hollywood. But I mean,
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
don't
I
know. I
don't
mean,
know.
I just don't look at it as a basketball.
He's not.
I
He's
mean,
not.
as a action guy.
Okay.
But
Okay. Uh,
I mean, but hey, man, that's your list, man.
I
Yeah,
got
that's your
him.
list. That's your list. But you know what I mean. He wasn't kicking ass.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
mostly getting his ass kicked.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna go with mine.
he
That's
wasn't jumping.
accurate. That's
He
accurate.
definitely wasn't jumping from building to building with it.
No,
No.
he damn sure was. Nah. He was definitely getting to some. He was definitely getting the ladies, though. I could tell you that
Oh
much.
no, he was gonna get some
He was
buns.
one.
Quick and the Dead, as I was thinking of. That's my
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
He was still young in that movie. If y'all never saw that shit, that's a dope ass movie right there. That's my shit.
Now, you
Yeah.
want to talk about written in the contract? Now he might have something that's written in the contract that he got to get him some buns in that movie. I tell you, he gets it in
He gonna
every
get to
movie.
it. He
He
definitely gonna get
definitely.
to it.
Ooh, but you know what? Let me go to my number 4. I'm gonna with Bruce Willis.
Hard to argue. Hard to argue that.
How hard himself. You know what I mean? Pause on that. You know what I
Armageddon was dope.
mean?
Armageddon. I fucked the Armageddon.
Oh, the Reds. You know what I mean? He was older. Did the little bit of red joints. What else he did? He did what's the movie that I was talking? He was in Looper. He did what's that the one with Samuel, the not Glass, Unbreakable. I loved Unbreakable.
Unbreakable,
Loved
definitely.
Unbreakable, man. It's one thing about Bruce Willis, you know what I mean, regardless of the action, he was actually a good actor as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of the roles was a little similar sometimes, you know what I mean? But he
I mean,
still made it work.
all the Die Hard. Well, the Die Hard movies.
Yeah, he was in
Die Hard 2
Expendables.
is my shit. Die Hard 2 is my shit.
You know what I mean? Some of the movie, he was in 12 Monkeys, Sin City, Alpha Dog. He was in even when he was still he was sick. He still,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, he
Pulp
did a
Fiction.
whole
Oh,
lot.
yeah, Pulp Fiction.
16 blocks.
Striking Distance is another one that's dope. One of my favorite Bruce Willis joints was with Damon Wayans,
Oh,
Last
the
Boy
last
Scout.
Boy Scout. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a
Yeah.
good one. Holly Berry was on that. It was Holly Berry,
Yeah,
Damon
yeah,
Wayans.
yeah.
See, them old 90 people that,
Mhm.
be knowing about.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? That's my number 4. His name speak for himself. He got a longevity in the game. You know what I mean? Everybody knows him. He's a household name.
All
Alright, so
right,
let's
just go right into your your number 3.
My number 3? Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna go with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. The name speaks for himself. Mr. Minority Report, Mr. Mission Impossible.
that
My
Minority
man,
Report was lit.
yeah, my man is
Roy Report, one of
always
my favorites.
running,
Always
always
running.
running,
Top speed.
always running.
I would love to see what his 40 is.
Give me an L. I could tell you that much. What's
Say
the
that.
problem?
Okay.
He was I think he was the Last Samurai too. He was in that. You know what I mean? So
Top
he has
Gun.
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
That's
You
one
know
of
what I
my
mean?
favorites.
He has full range of movies. You know what I mean? He's just one of those great actors, man. You know what I mean?
Get him. Oh my God. Let me put that down
A
real quick.
little bit of Jack Reacher. You know what I mean? He did a lot, yo. He did a lot. Lateral. What else we looking at? Shoot, we can't forget we switched it up with the Tropic Thunder, did his little dance in Tropic Thunder too. You know what I'm saying?
That's It's an
He
action
was he
movie.
wa he
It's an
he
action
he
movie.
was he was fucking wilding on
I
Tropic
will
Thunder.
scorch you, motherfucker.
He was
Scorch him,
wilding on
mother.
there. You can't tell me any of that shit was on the script.
No,
Nah,
he
it
ain't like
couldn't
that.
be. And
He
that's
ain't
the
like none
thing.
of that.
And it's like he's getting better and better with age. It's
Mhm.
like his movies is getting better, especially with the action. You know what I mean? With the Mission Impossibles, he's still doing a whole lot of his stunts and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to Tom Cruise,
I
man.
thought I like Tom Cruise, and I thought, that's worthy of being the pick. The movies that he's in, that his classics are, they
Yeah,
just don't top out as my favorites. So that's why I didn't put them in mine. Like Top Gun is a classic movie, Mission Impossible is a classic movie, but they're not my classics. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of movies that I got over that, but I recognize that as a classic.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But so I mean, Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise, though. You know what I mean? Maul, your number 3?
I mean, it's the same. So I got it.
Okay.
I
You
got
got
some
Tom
of
Cruise
mine too.
too?
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna throw in one of my movies. He played in, I
Wait,
think,
wait, wait, hold on. Oh, you said movies? Okay, go ahead.
yeah, he also played in one of the Mummies. He was like that was one of
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah,
Yes, he did. He was in the Mummy. Yeah,
he's
He
in one.
yep,
was?
Yeah.
yeah,
Which one?
yeah.
What
Maybe
with The Rock?
the third one, maybe.
Mm, oh, it was hold up. Yeah, it was the Mummy. Let's see, who else was in that one?
The Frazier, he
With
was in the first one.
Russell Crowe was in that.
Yeah, Russell Crowe. He was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, he was hilarious in that too. But it definitely was an action
Ugh,
movie. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, Tom Cruise. It's like, and he finds a way to mix in like almost like some witty comedy action with all of it like that. Like I think that's his thing, and that's been going on since Top Gun for me. So I definitely got Tom Cruise as my number 3 as well.
mm,
My number 3, I had to make sure we had a brother on here, man. I, I had to make sure we had a brother on here, man, and I'm gonna go with my boy Wesley Snipes.
Blade?
I'm gonna go Blade, one of my favorite movies. Blade 1, 2, shit, 3 was decent. Um, One of my favorite movies of all time, Demolition Man. Simon Phoenix was wildin' with Sylvester on there. Yeah, he was wild. That's one of my favorite joints right there, man. But like he got Passion 57, he got Money Train,
yeah,
and we talk
yeah,
about kicking ass. Wesley
Yeah.
Snipes kick ass. He is what you describe as an action movie here, star. Like he's doing his own shit. He can actually do the martial arts in his movies. Like I think he's up there with anybody when it comes to as an action movie star. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely gonna. I had to put Wesley in there, man.
Okay.
Wesley is a goat in my eyes,
I
man.
mean, listen, I don't know if it's that type of action. It's not that type of action where he fighting, kicking ass, but I mean, I just want to throw in New Jack City in there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he definitely letting that thing off on there. Like, he did it. He doing enough.
Yeah, man.
Know what I mean? Shit.
I go right to your number two, and then I'll go after you.
All right. Let me just see so make sure that I wasn't missing any. The Art of War also
Yeah, that's a
with
great
Wesley
one.
Snipes.
That's a
You know
great
what I
one.
mean? He was on there. Make sure I ain't missing nobody else. All right, yeah, that's all right. That's that with that. All right, so go right to my number two. Uh Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves. I mean, Mr. John Wick himself. Mr. John Wick himself. Mr. Matrix, Neo.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? John Wick, the John Wick series and the Matrix series, that right there, I mean, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I can't, you can't really go wrong. But one of my favorite movies that he's in, it was an action movie, was Speed.
Yeah.
That was a
Speed.
dope
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Don't forget a little bit of Point Break too.
Point Break, Point Break. You know what I mean? That was one of his original joint. A little bit Bill and Ted Excellent Adventures too. Nah, but yeah, man. So man, Keanu, man, I couldn't leave him off.
The thing is, that was my battle between him and Tom Cruise.
Mhm.
I went with Tom Cruise because of the range of Tom Cruise, in his action movies.
Mhm.
It just seemed like Keanu is always the same, the same monotone in every action movie.
Mhm.
So I went with Tom Cruise, even though Keanu was up there. I
Just that,
love
like,
John
you
Wick,
talk about Matrix, like
Yeah, I
these are
love John Wick.
groundbreaking movies.
But
Like
the thing
like
is, look at John Wick and look at Neo. How much of a difference? You know what I mean? In the character. You know what
I
I'm
can s
saying?
I can see that. I can see that. I can see that, but, hey, man, I feel like I'm missing something with 2, but, like, you see the
He got a
versatility
bunch.
in
He got
Speed.
more.
Yeah, he definitely do. But, yeah, that was
And this your number two, right?
that's my number 2.
Okay. More, what you got?
All right, so my number two, yeah, let's get a brother on here, man. Let's get the GOAT probably of all time.
Hmm.
Besides action, movie, whatever. I want to say Sidney Poitier. No, I'm just playing. Sidney Poitier.
Whitney fucking Poitier, man. Oh, shit, man.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Nah, my number two. Let me. You know what? No, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna save. No, I'm going. No matter, because I don't think Mount Rushmore is not in order. Who I'm putting up next, is no particular order, but this is definitely my goat. Denzel Washington. Right, right. When we talking about some of them action movies, like we know all the great acting and stuff that he does, right? But when I seen of course, you got the Equalizer. I think that's the we just know. We just know what he did in those movies. He was a marksman. He was almost like a serial killer for a good cause type stuff. But what he did in the Book of Eli, like
Oh, that's my shit.
what Denzel
That's
did,
my shit.
and we all know, like, Denzel is such a dynamic actor, right? Like we watched that movie, The Book of Eli, and we see how much ass he was kicking. And like he looked it was super believable. He was super sharp, super thorough. But then it's not till the end of the movie we realized that he was blind, right? Like, and it was, and then when you go back and you be like, oh wow, now you get to see it when you watch it 2 and 3 times. Like, oh, okay, yeah, he was blind
Mhm.
throughout this whole thing, but he was shooting down, he was shooting squirrels or whatever he was eating. All this was blind, so he doing all this off sight and things like that. Meanwhile, was just kicking a whole lot of ass for about 2.5 hours. Alright. Yeah, like, I got you gotta have Denzel up there and action films as well as just overall acting, period.
Yeah, I mean, Hurricane, John Q, Training
Yeah.
Day, yeah,
Yeah.
Out of Time, Man on Fire,
Yeah, you gotta take Hurricane.
Inside Man. He got a lot of action joints right there,
Gladiator
man.
2. Gladiator 2.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I thought that I thought that was that's a you can't go wrong with Denzel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I guess yeah, you can't go wrong with Denzel. One of my favorite movies. Every time we talk about these guys, I pick a slept on movie from the '90s, Ricochet with him and
Mm. Yeah,
John
yeah, yeah.
Lithgow. That
Yeah.
shit was dope, but I remember watching that shit as a little kid, and I was like, "Oh, they setting this nigga up in here, man." Like oh man, that was a real good movie right there. Like that's one of the movies that's like you could watch today and be like, "Oh, like
Mhm.
this one of them thrillers and shit." But like, yeah, yeah, nah, Glory, but that's a different kind of movie.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, yeah, yeah,
That
nah,
that was one of those Negro spiritual movies.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Good one, but
Yeah, yeah.
So we
all right, shit. So,
do I
what
Uh,
number was that?
that
that
was
was
we had number 2.
so
So,
did you do your number 2 yet, James?
No, no, I'm doing mine now. My
Okay,
number
what
2
you think?
was, mine was Wesley. Mine was Wesley, just like I said, I had to have a brother in there to represent the brothers, and I went with Wesley because of all his action movies. He brought back Marvel he put Marvel on his back, brought it back with Blade. And also with all
kicked it
his
off.
yes, he did. And with all his action movies, Wesley was on a run with Hollywood. He was the man over Denzel at the time because he was everywhere, yo. He had like a good 5-year window that he was getting mad movies that Art of War, The Murder 1600, Money Train. That's when and he was the sex symbol at the time too with him as well.
Oh,
Did yeah,
no,
he was the man,
Over
yo.
Denzel though.
For that
regardless,
time, yo, he
listen,
was the man.
whatever he was, he made people stop liking the light skinned brothers.
Yo, word up, word up. Wesley had a freaking run
Ain't paying
that,
my
I
taxes.
mean,
I'm too turned up.
yeah, he had
Them
a run.
taxes fucked him up, man.
Shoot, and what I mean, that's my number 2. I don't wanna keep going on and on about number 2. We just talked about Wesley, so let's go to our top 1. What we got?
I'll go first with the one.
Woo!
I
Well,
feel like we all gonna have the same number one because he
Yeah, I
ain't get
think
well,
mentioned
so
yet,
too. Yeah.
well,
and it's impossible for him not to be on this list. So
Yeah, I think so.
well, it, yeah, I
we
think
all got the same number one.
I don't think so.
What's
What
yours?
you got?
And I think I know, I'm not gonna spoil y'all because I think see my number one we already said it, so I'm going back with my guy Keanu Reeves.
Oh, okay.
Okay, okay.
So and for all the reasons that y'all said, we think about what Keanu Reeves did. We had never seen a movie like Matrix before.
Yeah, it was
That
Yeah,
techno
groundbreaking.
yeah.
that
It was
technology
groundbreaking.
that technology wasn't out yet. Even like the thought process behind, we remember people like, yo, I don't even know if this world is real. That we got a name to it. Yo, you living in the Matrix, but what he was doing in that movie, and of course, you probably would have to give more credit to the special effects people, but he played the hell out of that role, um,
Hmm.
and I just got to give it to him because that what he was doing in all of them, like, just that technology, when you getting shot at and the bullet starts slowing up and stuff like that, like, yeah, that was dope. So I got him, but I think I know where y'all going with the other guy. So, and it's probably
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
he's my honorable mention.
yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all know.
Get the chopper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My boy Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yeah,
man.
that's
Listen,
that's
bro.
mine too. That's
He.
mine too.
I mean, how is he not the goat of action movie actors, man? Like, and his run of action movies, and he shows range. I mean,
Yes.
Predator, one of my favorite, even before
Yeah.
Predator, Conan the Barbarian or Destroyer, whatever, Red
Yeah.
Sonja, Terminator, um, and then Predator, Commando, Running Man, Red Heat,
Yeah.
Twins, Total Recall, one of my favorites.
Freaking kindergarten cop.
Kindergarten Cop, Terminator 2. Terminator 2, like when you talk about Maul, when you talk about the Matrix, and like when that first came out, never seen nothing like that.
Yeah.
That was Terminator 2 in
Yeah.
'91.
Yeah.
Terminator
Like
2 had to be one of the best sci-fi movies
ever,
ever.
ever. When it first came out, we ain't never seen nothing like that.
With
The
yeah, with
whole
the change in the faces and all
special
that.
effects, all that stuff. We ain't never seen nothing like that at that point. And Terminator 2 brought that, but the story to continue on from Terminator 1, like a sequel,
Mhm.
like this nigga played the part of a robot. Like that, come on, man. Like so that True Lies, which was a slept
Yeah.
on movie.
Mm.
I like it. I like
Yeah,
Last
yeah,
Action Hero.
yeah.
Last Action Hero too.
Slept on. People didn't like Last Action
I
Hero. I
love that
fucked
movie.
with it. I
Yeah,
fucked with it. You know
I
what I
like
mean? Now, I wasn't even mad at Batman and Robin when he played Mr. Freeze. No, but no, I get it. But like, you know what I mean? Like, but so that run right there, and then, he had some other joints, In the Days and Terminator 3, all that
I like
stuff.
the End of Days. End of
Yeah,
Days was
you know
alright.
what I mean? So, obviously it got different as he got older, but that run right there of 2 decades from the '80s, '90s, and yeah, '80s and '90s was an incredible run of an action hero, and Arnold, man, he number 1 on my list.
Mm.
I think people slept on his Christmas movie too, Jingle All the Way.
I never seen that.
Oh, you gotta get a taste, yo. Oh man, gotta get a taste. It's funny as hell, and he fighting Sinbad.
Eraser too. That was a good movie. Yeah, listen. True Lies was tough. It had a girl on there looking good on that motherfucker. Oh, my girl,
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah,
So so
man.
so
He
James
played a lot, man. But which ones now? Since we got our Mount Rushmore out there, which one did you have to leave off? That's your honorable mention. Let's talk about it. And
I had to leave. I had to leave off 3, man. And I real quick, Tom Hanks. I added him on. Tom Hanks. He
Tom
had a
Hanks.
couple. Yeah, man, he had a couple, man. Like he had some joints, man. Like, well, you know what? All right, you know what? Let me not even throw Tom Hanks. I'll throw
Tom
Tom Hanks
Hanks.
out there. Mel Gibson.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
all the What's Your Face's movies with
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapons.
Braveheart.
I was about to say Braveheart was a really good movie, a solid movie. Patriot, one of my favorite movies. Patriot. Um, so that was a damn movie that damn near like it had parts in there that like almost made me like cry type shit. Like you know what I mean? Just like, but that was an action movie, about the Revolutionary War, blah blah blah. But yeah, Mel the Beast, Mel the Beast, and like he was going head to head with the. I ain't gonna even mention this because y'all might have him as y'all, as an honorable mention, but one other dude in the '80s and Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was them 3. You know what I mean? So Mel Gibson was one I had to leave off, and this is just like a personal favorite of mine, man. Steven Seagal.
Oh,
Had to leave my boy off, man. Yo, I was fighting. I was fighting. I was fighting, man. I damn near. I was about to take. I was about to take Jean Claude off, but I was like, "Fuck, man." Bloodsport made me keep Jean Claude on there, but Steven Seagal, man, he and one of my favorite movies that he's on there is Under Siege. Under Siege for
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Under
Yeah.
Siege 2,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
that's one of my favorite movies or whatever. You know what I
With a
mean?
mark for death.
But Mark for Death, listen, like Steve Seagal had a bunch of joints, but yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
My honorable mention, Will Smith.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
he could have easily been on here.
he could eat the Bad Boys. He was busting a lot of ass out there.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, shoot Men in Black.
yeah.
Like Yeah, in
Independence
Independence
Day.
Day, like, yes, yeah, like, that was Will Smith is probably one
We
of
could have
the
easily
guy
put
that
him.
I coulda put on. Hey hey,
He
Sue
belong on here.
hey, Sue, I thought you was gonna mention I wasn't thinking on Schwarzenegger, but I thought you was gonna mention Russell Crowe.
What? Y'all
Gladi
bugging right now, yo.
Gladiator.
Ain't gonna mention
I wouldn't have put him at number 1, but I
I'm
mean,
not talking about your honorable
yo.
mention.
But
Gladiator.
y'all just gonna skip on my man like this?
Who that?
Who?
My man Rocky turning around in his grave right now, man. We ain't gonna mention
That's what I was
Stallone?
saying. That's what I was saying. I knew that I wasn't gonna mention his name because I knew somebody gonna have him in the honorable mention. Yeah,
My
yeah.
man Rocky
Rest could
got
easily be
cancer
there.
and everything rolling around in his grave right now, man.
Yeah.
Rocky got
Sly could have
permanent
easily been
brain
in here,
damage.
easily.
Permanent brain damage.
And also I was I had two. A little bit of Bruce Leroy. I mean not Bruce Leroy, Bruce Lee.
Yeah, yeah.
Bruce Lee
Yeah.
for his one with his movies, and a little bit of I thought about Kurt Russell too.
I'll put Jackie Chan over Bruce Lee.
Yeah, well probably because of longevity though, right?
I mean, just because like the Bruce Lee shit was in the 70s, and these 70 movies don't belong in this conversation. It was just
Eh,
they was fighting. It was classic movies, but I don't.
Jet Li whooped a lot of ass.
Jet Li whooped a lot of
yeah,
ass.
he did, he did.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah. Jason Statham, he whooped a lot of ass.
I never really fucked with a lot of his movies. Jason Statham.
I'll tell you
You
one
know,
thing, he whoops a lot of ass in
I
movies.
know he do. Shit, The Rock. The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock. Yeah.
And no,
Shoot,
that's Steven
So
Seagal whooped a lot of ass.
for clipping purposes,
yes.
let's just go through our list, top to bottom. So
Okay.
for my action movie list, Mount Rushmore list, I got Jean-Claude Van Damme at number 4. I
Mhm.
got Wesley Snipes coming in at number 3. I got Keanu Reeves coming in at number 2, and I got Arnold Schwarzenegger coming in at number 1, with my honorable mentions being Mel Gibson and Steven Seagal. Man, I think my list is very heavy on the 90s. I got a lot of 90s classic movies in there, man. A lot of them. I got some cult favorites in there as well. But man, I think I got a lot of star power. I got a lot of action. All four of my niggas and my honorable mentions whooped ass, kicked a lot of ass, bro.
Mm.
Like it was a lot of they killed a lot of motherfuckers, boy. The bodies that was piled up on there was a lot. So man, that's my list right there.
I'm going Leonardo DiCaprio, um, Tom Cruise, Denzel, and Keanu Reeves.
Okay. My list, my Mount Rushmore of action movie stars is I went with Bruce Willis at 4. Number 3, Tom Cruise, the running man himself, Tom Cruise. Number 2, with Wesley Snipes, Blade himself, and number 1. And
Wait.
number 1,
He ain't agree. He ain't agree with that
yeah,
list.
man.
He said,
And number 1,
man, that's
Arnold.
some bullshit.
Yeah. And number 1, Arnold, man. You already know, man. That's our list for top action movie stars, our Mount Rushmore, man. Hey, man, that's a good conversation today, fellas.
That's some
Yeah,
shit right
yeah.
there.
Yes,
We had
indeed.
some extra time for that, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. So, what I mean, we touch base again. What I mean, it's some other stuff that's coming up that we need to talk about. So we'll save that for
Right.
next pod. But what I mean, continue to if you like this type of content, hit that like button, hit that share, and comment. Do everything you need to do. We are here. This is Off the Parkway podcast, and we'll see you when we see you.